visual art na tinatawag. Now, of course, meron din yung mga martial artists, yun yung tawag sa kanila, diba? Mga boxers. Meron din tayong culinary artists na tulad yung mga nagpo-provide ng merienda natin. But sa dami-dami kasi ng tinatanong sa akin ng mga students from young age up to senior citizens, no? So what is art? So as you could see sa harap natin, pwede nyo pong picturean and review later kung gusto niyo. But before we go digital kasi, let me just explain. So I created a quantum equation, no? Concept quantum equation, para ma-explain natin ng mabuti kung ano ba yung nangyayari sa art. So kahit kunan nyo na lang ng picture, mag-review na lang kayo later. Pero ito po kasi, yung nangyayari kapag nagpa-process ang art platform. Now, as you could see, dun sa numerator natin, meron tayong constant variables na andyan na. And of course, meron rin tayong tinatawag na trigger variables, kung saan doon gagawin ng artist yung kanyang art. And below, sa denominator, yun yung tinatawag natin na AW. Tinawag ko siya na AW, which is artwork. Now, what is artwork? Na meron po tayong at least 3 categories, no, na supported ng IPO. Like, first is yung product, kung saan tayo familiar, di ba? So, ano yan? Yung mga paintings, mga ganyan. Yung food na ginawa ng ating culinary artist. So, those are products na hawakan natin. Next would be event. That's also a form of art. Like tulad nung performance ni Tatay Kidlat kanina, that's an event art. And tulad tong program na ginagawa natin ngayon, this is an event art. Pwede nyo i-record yung event art. And of course, lastly, is yung tinatawag natin na concept. So, concept art, kung yung tinitingnan nyo na formula ko or equation na ginawa ko, just to give note ko, etong equation ko is a concept equation. So within the field naman siya ng quantum physics na accepted sa general science natin or mainstream science. No? Para lang ma-explain yung art doon. So kung makikita nyo, meron rin siyang equivalent which is tinawag ko na AVI, or art value interpretation. So, bago lang natin balikan yung AVI, yung interpretation, is that if I could just point you out here, this is called the CTMU, Cognitive Theoretical Model. So, based kay Mr. Christopher Langan yan. I guess he's an American physicist. So, dito, in-explain niya na everything is made out of information. Ibig sabihin po, within the subatomic particle ng ating being is information. Mapoprove po natin yan na totoo kasi have you ever heard of 3D printing? Okay. So, from yung artwork sa computer, Trinity print. So, pwede. Made out of information. Now, have you ever heard of bioprinting? Bioprinting po, yung magpiprint sila ng flesh ng body natin, no? Like the bladder, and then pwede siyang i-transfer dun sa human being. So, by that logic, maintindihan nyo, totoo yung sinabi niya na everything is made out of information. Yung artwork from the computer, may piprint ng bioprinting, and may ta-transfer sa human, magpa-function. And therefore, logically, tayo is made out of information. Okay? So, ganun po. So, at least para na-define natin what art really is. And what art is a language in which we express our consciousness. Now, kung makikita nyo dun sa AVI, which is, ang nangyayari kasi doon is, you interpret this information. And sabi ko nga kanina, everything we do is art. Like what I'm doing right now, I'm expressing this communication art. Tama? At ini-interpret nyo ngayon yung meaning niya. Plus, of course, what would be what I call ACT or action? Anong magiging action nyo? Will you be amazed? Will you criticize? Or kung may painting ako dyan, would you buy? my painting. So yun yung mga actions. But of course, we will bypass this equation. You can contact me later kung gusto nyo i-clarify ko pa ito. Pero move na tayo sa next slide, please. Ayan. So, babypass ko yung ibang slides later, pero art is a language, no? Na-explain ko naman na kanina. Language siya kung saan natin ina-express yung consciousness natin. Like for example, gusto kong magpatawa, magjo-joke ako, and if you receive the information, tatawa rin kayo. Or kung nagustuhan niyo yung pinainting ko, anong magiging reaction niyo? So, it's a language. So, language is what is artwork. Yun yung medium. Doon dumaan yung information. Kaya kung titingnan natin, kanina, yung ating equation, no, ini-interpret niya yun. And yung artwork, kapag na-scrap yung variable na energy, frequency, and vibration by Nikola Tesla, ang ating ini-interpret, actually, mawawala yung artwork. Ang binibili natin is yung nasa, or ang ini-interpret natin yung nasa numerator, which is yung information. Binili natin yung artwork kasi gusto natin. Tama? So, proceed tayo. So, yes, I also teach different art form of history. Pero, bypass na natin yan. Kasi, dinidiscuss ko yun para mawala muna yung base bias ng mga students ko. Kasi right now, ang daming biases kasi. Like, for example, sasabihin nila, mas maganda yung Western style or mas maganda yung Japanese style and everything. Pero if you study history, malalaman nyo kung gaano kaganda ang art ng iba't ibang culture or country. So, ang question nyo, of course, is what are you looking for? Naghahanap ngayon kayo ng fulfillment. And na-fulfill kayo using yung art, actually. Now, let's move further. So far, so good naman tayo. Okay. Sige, good. Yeah, again, I'm an artist, animation director kasi ako. No? And we're doing different art platform. Hapyawan lang natin. These are my philosophical symbols na ginagamit ko when I teach. No? There's one thing na tinatawag ko na art consciousness. Para magkaintindihan po tayo sa discussion sa digital. So, art consciousness, in order for you to interpret yung information ng art, kailangan mataas yung inyong art consciousness. Kasi interrelated lahat ng art. Next would be, of course, yin-yang. Are you familiar with this one? Yung nasa taas na symbol? Yan po pinapractice lang ng isang artist to gain balance within his life. For example, wag naman masyadong wag masyado sa negative energy and wag masyado sa positive energy. Because right now, we're trying to be logical sa lahat ng ginagawa natin as a professional artist. Okay? So, therefore, meron rin tayong wisdom na tinatawag. So, just to clarify, wisdom is applied knowledge. And therefore, action word po yan. Next would be the virtue na tinawag ko, which is yung faith plus action ulit. So, dapat, ine-enact nyo yan para ma-balance out yung practice nyo ng art platform ninyo. So, I hope nagkakaintindihan pa tayo so far. So, meron din yung Flower of Life. Kasi right now, we're trying to teach logical art to our audiences. No? Kasi everything is calculated and measured, including yung emotion nyo, mindset, and of course, action. I mean, paano ko mapapalabas yung magandang gesture ng anatomy ng pinipainting ko kung medyo hindi ko kayang basahin yung gesture ng isang person. Tama? And that's Fine Arts 101 na tinuturo, gesture poses. Now, let's proceed further. So, of course, there's also the Eye of Providence. Huwag lang tayo magkakuan dito. This just speaks of system. Ibig sabihin, alam mo kung paano ilugar yung sarili mo within that system in order for you to maximize your art platform and your place in the community. Of course, para rin sa sarili mo, always think logically. Kasi yun yung pinakamataas na part. So mostly, those are philosophical symbolisms that I teach to artists. And of course, non-artists. Kung sa tingin nyo hindi kayo artist. No? And of course, there's growth. But right now, skip muna natin. So of course, these are the science experts na fina-follow ko when I teach art. So, Nikola Tesla, Christopher Langan, of course, we have Albert Einstein. Marami pa, pero na-isolate ko muna sa at least 3 lang. And you can interrelate this later on dun sa equation na provide ko. So, ito lang ang solution and action. Kasi one of the things that I promote sa art community is that take action. So, expound your art consciousness para ma-remove yung pagkabias ninyo sa mga art platforms. No? Para maintindihan nyo yung intention ng each artist na ma-encounter ninyo. Next would be, of course, virtue, which is faith plus action, plus wisdom, nang ibig sabihin ay knowledge plus action. Ibig sabihin, isagawa nyo. And of course, sabi ng mga kasama ko nung high school ako, aramidhan nga sao. Ibig sabihin, gawin nyo, huwag lang kayo puro salita. And therefore, yan ang in-apply ko sa aking development. Because right now, Studio Sagud sa amin kasi, we're trying to improve yung art community or art itself. Not just in our community, pero buong nationwide ang target namin. No? So of course, these are our members. Like for example, we're under innovation, invention, and research kasi. Kung makikita nyo, I did cultural awareness by creating books na kung saan madaling maintindihan ng kabataan. So use the language na familiar sila. So mostly parang gaming. We also have Miss Angelica, which is one of our artist inventor. No? So she can explain her invention later on. We also have animation, infographics, illustration. Because right now, as a private company, no, we're trying to create the first ever animation with lots of episodes. So yan yung pinaka-target ko because it could cater to a lot of jobs. No? Sustainability. Yun ang pinaka-target namin. Magkaroon ng trabaho ang mga maraming artist. And of course, last one, we're also trying our luck with educational games, merchandise, etc. Kasi we need to maximize na i-preserve yung ating cultural heritage sa platform, sa language, sa art na naiintindihan ng ating next generation. Okay? So let's move on further. So ito po yung mga books ko, just to give you an example. Lahat naman sila nagagamit na sa museums actually. Sometimes our artist friend, they're using it as a backbone sa kanilang mga art platforms like mural painting and everything. So we also have the culture collection na di ba gusto nyo yung magkaroon ng ma-discover yung literature natin and yung mga creatures sa Cordillera na pinag-uusapan. I remember si Ate Miss Eden in-entertain ako sa Tamawan. We've shared those information. Thank you pala sa mga share ninyo. Kuya Ike Pipigan, thank you rin po dun sa discussions natin sa equipment. So, ito po yung result ng ating teamwork. Because I don't want to claim na gawa ko yan because that's a collective effort, no, to preserve our cultural information. So next po, we're also into the religious concept and nasa comics din kami. Kasi backbone ng Philippines is religion. And right now, we're trying to simplify everything using visual art. Okay? Of course, here are some of yung mga projects na ginagawa ko as an animation film director. So this is our Igorota Ali, a 27-episode animation showcasing the Cordillera culture. And I hope matapos namin to later on. Next would be the Abel. This is also an Ilocano animation, which is again ako yung film director and one of the producer. Yun, pumupunta ako sa iba't ibang region to research yung mga cultural nila information. And we transfer them to simplified visual interpretation. Of course, Hawaii also contracted us before to create their first Bible animation. So, pati ibang bansa, kino-contract naman tayo. Again, I'm also the animation producer and one of its executive producer. No? So, interrelated lahat. Thank you po. Move na tayo dun sa next. Some of our products, yan, tina-transfer namin sa simplified form yung mga ating products. Pero mostly, we do yung mga products na nakakatulong. Kaya kung makikita nyo sa palengke later on, tarpaulin yung gawa. Which is protection against ulan. Mostly dun yung ako makikita, dun sa nakakatulong na art platform. Yan, marami rin kaming mga natulungan kahit pa paano. And of course, may distributors din, para next time na yan. Patrons, mga support sa amin. Engagement. Skip ko lang po ha. Ito po, isa sa ating mga influence and impact sa community. So kung makikita nyo, isa sa mga friends natin, Miss Benazir, kinote niya nung pre-pandemic, 2019, na isa sa basis niya yung ating gawa. And we are thankful na nakatulong po sa kanilang mural painting platform. Of course, next is sa mga author sa New York, no? Na-influence rin natin yung mga artists from outside the Philippines. So, if you're familiar with this book, ako rin yung isa sa consultant niya. And one of our, kung saan kami natutuwa na influence is yung performing artist natin. Nakita niyo yung mga sumasayaw na mga cultural performers natin. And right now, meron yung iba, dinadamit na nila yung damit ng pang-apayaw and pang-abra or tinggian, which is before hindi ganong pinapractice. So imagine na nasa-showcase natin yung mga ibang ethno-linguistic group. And ma-apply pa namin later on sa buong Pilipinas. That would be a wow moment. So cross fingers tayo. So, na yung awards. Of course, right now, in the digital age, prone rin kami with the children's prank na tinatawag namin. Kasi not everyone are pro-innovation. So, nagkakaroon rin kami ng mga conflicts. But, one of the things na gusto kong sabihin is you can only be better sa next na gagawin ninyo. No? Always be better. Yan yung mga quotes na namin. Of course, next is right now, this may I hope wala namang masaktan, but right now, sa Witcher, gusto ko to. We don't need heroes right now. We need professionals. Kasi kailangan na natin maging globally competitive sa art platform natin. Kasi later on, I'm afraid na baka mawalhan ng maraming trabaho yung mga Pilipino. No? Doon ako kinakabahan. That's why I'm trying to up the game. First, of course, kailangan ma-upgrade rin yung mindset ng mga artist dito. Yun yung pinaka-target natin. And of course, tulad nga dun sa in relation sa discussion ni Tatay Kidlat kanina, no? Kay Indo-genius na Jose Rizal. So, Jose Rizal at Tatay Kidlat, aware na sila about sa art as a language. Kasi keynote rin ni Jose Rizal, ang hindi marunong magmahal sa sariling wika ay higit pa sa hayop at malansang isda. So, mas broader pa pala yung explanation ni Jose Rizal dito. Na wika, in English, language, and it is tantamount to art. Nakuha niya? Yes. So, yeah. Amazing moment nung na-realize ko rin yan. So next level, we will try to help more. But right now, proceed na tayo sa digital platform naman para magkaintindihan na tayo. Okay? So right now, we're using digital in rewriting the brain or in influencing people. No? And nasa digital age na kasi tayo. And next would be digital consumer and producer ang nangyayari ngayon sa karamihan. Hindi namin dinidiscourage ang traditional art. Gusto lang namin i-explain kung ano naman yung convenience ng digital art. Okay? So we're both consumer and producer. Of course, we're also introducing a new art system dun sa old model. And it is more convenient nga naman when it comes to accessibility, engagement, and portability. Yes, tinuturo rin namin kung paano gamitin yung mga social media sa aming mga student para ma-maximize nila yung kanilang kita. Using their own platform, syempre. Wala kasi kaming bias kung ganito yung style mo or ganito yung style mo. Kasi we now appreciate every art style. Tulad nung in-explain ko kanina. Of course, digital platform, what is digital platform? It is an online platform and digital media. Yes. Makes business more flexible in terms of interaction, service, exchange, and buy and sell. Okay? So, yun yung kanyang scope. Example niyan is business collaboration and financial. Ginagamit yan sa industry na yun. Content creation, like sa amin. And of course, education, gaming, even healthcare. So lahat po yan, nagagamit yon sa industry na yan. Of course, note lang po, ano yung pwede maging risk ng digital platform. Yung inyong expensive setup sa mga bibilihin nyo ng mga gadgets, of course, kasama yan. But always consult expert. And next would be yung security risk. Para ma-avoid yung scam, be familiarized with it naman. No? We try to explore that trend together with the IPO. Ina-explain rin namin to sa, at least sa mga na-encounter namin ng mga artists. So, digital art. Ano yung digital art? It is an art activity that blends digital technology into creation and production process. So, example niyan is sa amin right now, we're using digital arts in creating animation, of course, digital painting, digital photographer, meron din sa webcomics, 3D, and other digital arts. No? Which is, right now, nagsishift na yung karamihan abroad. Like Disney, di ba, puro 3D na. So, we're trying to catch up dun sa level na yon. But kailangan lang talagang ma-reward muna yung brain ng ating mga artist. Kailangan maging globally competitive ang mindset nila, which is yun ang pinaka-target namin na i-upgrade. Digital art and education. So, i-isolate ko po muna dito. Yes po. Kung ano yung mga ginagawa namin. Nagagamit rin siya sa education. Like for example, sa infographics and hologram. Yung mga diniscuss lahat ng mga speakers kanina, we're applying that. No? Kasi nasa CGI rin tayo. And AI. Huwag po tayong i-isolate muna natin sa word na AGI. Artificial General Intelligence. Yun po pwede nyo i-review later on kung anong meaning nun. Kasi mostly yun talaga yung nire-reklamo ng karamihan na AI, ganito. It's actually AGI. Try to review yun po later. Of course, these are samples of what I do. I also do digital art and bookmaking para may example lang tayo kung ano yung mga nagagawa sa digital. So, paano yun ginagawa? So, simple po. We have to prepare the equipment. Nag-jumble lang po ng content, pero spacing lang. Prepare equipment, gather data and cross-referencing, writing and editing, illustration, layout, printing, file conversion, and of course, yung diniscuss kanina sa IPO, which is intellectual property. So ano yung mga gagawin nyo doon? Equipment. Marami kasi sa atin hindi familiar dun sa digital equipments. Eto na po, pwede nyo i-review. So, kung makikita nyo yung ginagamit ko doon is graphic tablet, which is super convenient para sa ating mga modern artists ngayon. Accessible and cheap in the long run. So, you can use desktop, laptop, tablet, phone, basta meron siya yung parang pen, stylus, pwede po yun. Of course, drawing tablet tulad ng ginagamit ko. And pwede pa rin, gumagamit pa rin ako ng notebook and writing tools. Especially kapag nag-i-interview ako. Tulad nung diskarte natin Eden noon sa Tamawan. That was pandemic. So, video and voice recorder, if you want. Traveling equipment, syempre, kailangan yan. Doon sa software naman, yung mga applications na ginagamit ninyo. Marami yun. You can explore further dun sa mga art applications. But you can also use document, spreadsheet, notepads, etc. Explain ko yun mamaya. Ito, important lang. Data gathering and cross-referencing, ito yung mga steps na pwede nyo gawin. Prepare your book content framework. Ibig sabihin, meron na kayong layout or kodigo kung ano yung mga tatanungin nyo na questions para ma-isolate nyo yung data. Again, art is a language and information. So, ito yung level tap-awan doon, di ba? So, pandemic pa. So, very thankful ako na in-entertain ako ni na Kuya Ike, Bigbigan, and tang-awan people. So, list also yung potential references, prepare interviews, do interviews and related references, document, transfer nyo yung gathered data nyo into documents, always, and always save. You can also use spreadsheet para ma-organize nyo yung mga and analyze yung data. Kasi right now, ang hirap ma-cross-reference. I did that with my books, kaya mabilis ko siyang natapos. Imagine ilang years of research yun. Simplify ko. So, again, cross-reference rin always. So, malapit na tayong matapos. Ipakita ko lang yung mga ginawa. So, writing and editing. Ito po yung mga ginamit kong apps and yun yung sample kung paano ko ginawa. So, write your manuscript, edit your manuscript, or get an editor. Hindi po nakakaya na kumuha ng editor. And of course, use document and spreadsheets. Applications. Ito po may sasuggest ko sa mga ibang writers natin right now, you can use Notepad kapag nagta-transfer kayo ng mga text. Kasi marami sa atin kapag may mga kinakopy na mga text, nag-iiba, i-transfer nyo po muna sa Notepad. And before you transfer dun sa file. Illustration, this is how I illustrate. So, ang laking jump sa akin from realism to simplification. Kasi ang target natin right now is as young as possible. So, kailangan kong i-surrender lahat yung details ng mga detailed paintings and comics ko style. So, yun po, kung makikita nyo sa taas, I do simplified sketches, then I ink, then grayscaling. Ang tawag sa fine arts dito or sa animation is blocking or sometimes silhouetting. No? And of course, I do color and everything. So, simplify. Yan po yung ating illustration. Next, ito po yung pag-layout natin. Iba po ang layout artist, iba po ang illustrator. Just to give you an example. But since I did it all, explain ko na rin. So, steps niyan, meron tayong pre-layout, layout, and post-layout. Mostly, yung pan lang naman yan, mostly, ilalatag nyo muna yung rough, and then you edit. Kasi, di ba, when it comes to writing, bilang yung words. Bilang yung words. So, how will you cut those elongated paragraph? So, anyway, yun po, i-follow nyo lang yun, and then, you can also do file conversion. So, ito po yung last. Since na-discuss na po ni Sir Emerson kanina yon, we also teach to protect yourself. No? Kasi you're an artist, you're an intellectual property creator. So far, I hope na i-share ko sa inyo yung idea niyo.
very rewarding listening to a young man like you, and very interesting topic. In fact, the theme of our Congress is related to what you said. A voyage to the future of the museums. Now, how would you relate? Because on the first part of your lecture, you discussed about art consciousness,
Yes po.
energy, vibration, frequency, which are all esoteric knowledge. Now, how would you relate the relevance of your lecture to the voyage of the museums of the future?
Yes, by applying yung equation na pinakita ko po, no? And of course, aside from esoteric, sorry, it's within the bound of mainstream science. As of right now sa part ng quantum equation. Kasi kung i-discuss natin further yan, may iba pang pwede ma-discuss kasi. So, in-isolate ko muna doon. And of course, by simplifying this information, no, tapos ituturo natin sa mga students kung saan sila familiar na, kasi we adapt kung ano yung style ng each artist. No? For example, comic artist sila, mag-adjust kami doon. Kung animator sila, mag-adjust kami doon. Of course, doon sa Digital Museum naman, which is, actually we did talk with Ate Stella before, pre-pandemic pa yun, na we're trying to create a project na 3D modeling of paraphernalia and anything na pwede makita sa Digital Museum. And of course, paano yun ma-share or interrelated sa iba't ibang museums natin nationwide and possibly abroad siguro. So, yun po.
Follow up. This is a dynamic transformation from our old system to a new one. So do you have any plan? What are the stages of transformation? Like as old people, di kami masyado sa digital, right? But we know how it is to be young. But you younger people, you don't know how it is to be old like us.
Yes.
That's why we have so many stories to tell. So you must have a plan, transformative, also for us to learn, especially the older generation, because we're really interested and we are really enthusiastic to learn about this digital age.
Yes.
Kahit na ganito ang edad namin. But what are the transformative stages in transforming from old ways to new ways like what you're discussing?
Thank you for the question, ma'am. Kasi actually yan, it's an ongoing project na rin. That's why nag-delve ako sa books muna. Kasi I needed to show how it will be done. So sinimplify ko muna yung mga information. And of course, by process din, stages. Kasi may mga consultations later on. No? Ginagagather ko continuously yung information. Now, using visual art, yung kung saan yung baluarte ko, I simplify those information using visual art na maintindihan ng mas maraming audiences natin and mas ma-appreciate nila. And of course, later on, i-convert namin yan sa iba't ibang platform. Not just yung Digital Museum, but also into entertainment. No? Like using infographics na tinatawag para matulungan yung ating mga iba't ibang industry systems para ma-simplify yung information. So, yun naman, yung mga ongoing projects natin. Kasi i-convert lang yung mga information sa visual na maintindihan ng ating mga modern audiences. Of course, we continue to consult our elders, no, na may hawak ng mga information na yan. Okay po ba tayo? Ay, sige, thank you for the question. Ay, yes po, sige po. Lapit lang tayo.
Hello, maayong. I'm from Cebu. I'm Agripina from, we have a hotel museum. We have the whole hotel is a museum named in honor of heroes, and we have a gallery inside. I'm from Pamras, the Cebu Heritage Hotel. And we also publish books about Cebu history and culture. So we had this project of children writing the story of a Cebu hero, Leon Tila. And we found out that they were inspired by the modern art forms like anime. But then we still told them that we tried to let them understand the real story of the hero. They also researched and they made a historical fiction out of it. So they tried to look for the art forms or the real things in 1898, because the Cebu Revolution was in 1898. So they had character study and they had also consultants. We had consultants, our friends who are fine arts teachers and artists. So my question regarding this, for example, your group, because this concerns indigenous peoples. So of course, we also take up, I'm wearing indigenous people's items right now. We research because we know that Visayan culture, if we want to know, our historians would say we should look at the way of life of the indigenous peoples right now to understand more who we are before we were colonized. So my question is, for your character study, did you also trace what are the art forms of the indigenous peoples? Did you apply it? How to or is it inspired also by Western art or the Western character studies? Because the kids who did our storybook, si Leon Kilat o ang Sigbin nga gisugilon sa mga Subuanong bata. It's Leon Kilat and the Sigbin, a Visayan mythical creature, as told by Cebuano children. So they were inspired by anime. They were inspired by Iron Man. So they thought of Leon Kilat wearing the vest of an anting amulet, but they thought it would light up and he would shoot up into the air when he wears it. So I would like to ask if the inspiration for indigenous people's characters, is it from modern art, like Western art form, or did we study really the art forms of the indigenous peoples? Like, how do they portray themselves in their art?
Okay, thank you
It's
for
very long, sorry.
Sige, okay lang. Thank you for the question, ma'am. I'll try to answer that as best I can. Pero baka kapag explain ko further, baka ilang weeks tayo mag-discuss. One thing that we need to, at least for us, yung movement namin, is to survive yung information as soon as possible, because time's changing and very fast ang development. So right now, we chose the what you call amalgamated format. What do you mean by amalgamated format? Kasi just to give you a history part dun sa one, hanggang 2010 onwards, right now, you can, from that moment on, you cannot call something if it's Western or Eastern art. According to dun sa industry namin. Kasi for example, yung mga anime, which is Japanese style, ginamit na siya ng Western like DC Comics and Marvel. Gumamit sila na. And such a time, dun sa short span of time na yon, up to now, naghalo-halo na yan. So right now, we can only discuss it na medyo amalgamated na. And of course, given respect pa rin kung ano yung mga sa tingin ninyo na mas expert sa historical representation ng inyong culture. Yun. But of course, to us, we chose to adapt to the modern platform and kung saan yung mas familiar sila in order for them to appreciate yung underlying context ng art information na pre-represent namin. And right now, as for us, we're proud na kahit hanggang sa upload, na appreciate nila yung ginawa namin na representation ng simplified cultural images na mga pinagagawa namin. So far, yun po muna ang may sasagot ko siguro.
Okay, last question.
Yes po.
Hello, good afternoon. Ang sa amin po, parang tinignan ko yung presentation mo sa perspective ng museum. Kasi may mga local artists kami. Tapos napansin ko nga sa mga kabataan, nasa digital sila. No? Actually, ano sila hindi ko lang, parang naririnig ko sa usapan nila, ang laki-laki ng kinikita nila kasi parang nagde-decide, magawa sila ng mga digital, ang market nila abroad kasi online. So, parang yung dating sa mga workshop namin na uhugin, parang ngayon sila pa yung nagpapakain eh. Pero hindi ko alam yung economics pa nung yun. Pero sa role ng museum namin, kasi kailangan nila ng content. So parang yung museum, hindi kasi sila palabasa, parang in general din yung profile ko, no? Visual nga sila. So yung museum, yung source ng content nila for their art. No? So parang doon ko lang na kino-confirm yung role namin ng museum namin, na hindi lang kami space para sa kanilang mga artworks, no, sa display. Pero yung mismong content, yung saan nila iuugat yung kanilang art, no, ay yun yung isang role ng museums na gusto namin din, although napaka-basic, napaka-by default ko naman talaga, no. Pero sir, yung tanong ko talaga ay, although bukas pa ito ng umaga, pero syempre iba yung perspective mo, no, as an artist, ay yung AI. Kasi may nag-introduce na sa akin yung sa kanta, na, di ba, sa lyrics, magbagawa ka ng lyrics, tapos yung music, sila na yung mag-ano. So, gumawa ko for the museums man, for the museum. Medyo na-criticize ako sa mga kasi parang, ayaw ng mga artist na, sa mga local artists na nagpo-compose. Kasi, parang eventually baka ma-display sila. Kasi talagang yung Suno, no, yun yung app na nakita namin. Naglagay lang kami ng lyrics sa Come to Pio Valenzuela Museum, ganun. Tapos talagang mamimili ka na lang kung anong klaseng vibe yung no. Pero ang bilis, ang lakas. So ako naman, because sabi nga, naiintindihan natin yung pag-adapt sa technology, pero hindi maganda yung response, no, from the local artist, local community. Then ikatlo, sunod-sunod ko na last, ay pag pinag-uusapan lagi yung arts kasi, tapos museum yung nagsasalita, parang ang usual na bias ay nasa visual arts, no? So, may ganun ding parang nakakaramdam din ako ng parang tampo rin sa ibang art forms, no? Sa literature, sa literary arts, sa performing arts, kasi yun nga, kung sasabihin natin yung museums as cultural centers, kaya lang, usually yung bias o yung nabibigyan ng space o ng opportunity to use the space ay nasa visual arts.
Okay, thank you for the question, sir. Ganito po muna. I'll try to answer again that question, but it's a very, very broad question. Tatlong question. First is, of course, that discussion is a case-to-case basis kasi. Right now, you're looking at it in a general perspective, which is sometimes nagkakaroon ng miscommunication when it comes to the word na AI. Kasi lagi naman natin ginagamit actually ang AI. Kaya nasabi ko, i-search nyo later on yung AGI para ma-isolate nyo muna yung discussion nyo ng AI sa art. Now, using AI kasi, case-to-case basis yan kasi ano ba ang target ng artist na gumamit yan. Like for example, sa amin right now, I'm supporting agricultural projects rin kasi using AI. Like for example, kahit yan sa loob ng structure, building, for example dito, gagamit kami ng AI para makapagpatubo ng rice grains. So imagine that, using AI, para makaskip na yung mga farmers natin na magbabat sa init, na mga ganyan. It's a grandiose project, but it could work actually. But then again, that's just an example, pwedeng may pros and cons. Okay? And depende na naman kung ano yung discussion na natin. And move pa natin further dun sa bias, dun sa visual art na mention natin. Kasi madalas napapansin nga naman natin yan. That is by design in nature. Kasi karamihan, when you study psychology and yung education department, yung pinakita ko kanina na isang, yung Eye of Providence, yung structure na yun, you can apply that sa symbol na yun. Kasi doon sa triangular form na yun, no, yung nandun sa part na mas maraming artist is mas nakikater dun sa visual art. Kaya that's nature. Hindi natin makakontra. So how are we going to respond to that? So sa amin, since I'm in the visual art and innovation, I use that platform para mas mai-share ko yung information ng culture namin. And fortunately, mas maraming naging positive na nangyari kasi our younger generations right now, na again, mas maraming visual, no? Mas na-appreciate ngayon nila yung art platform namin, which is yung books and animation. So far, yan pa lang po ang may sasagot ko. Kasi very broad yung mga kapag i-discuss natin tong digital platform.
Wow, thank you very much. Na-rewire ang utak namin. So, probably the others would like to talk to you later. They can just approach you or...
Yes po, pwede na lang nilang i-contact later siguro.
Yes, yes. Or meron kang card because I think ang daming interested.
Most ang nagsisilap ko kasi hindi na kasi isang artist, nakakagulang din ako sa kwenta. Thank you po.